What's up, guys? Welcome back to Can We Talk? We want to talk to you tonight about these Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 8, Episode 1, Projects and Deflections. Baby, we come onto the scene of them doing some flashbacks of previous season scenes and some flash forwards to what's to come this season. And it quickly switches to what I'm believing to be the premises of this season, if not at least the first half of the season. Juan and Robyn Dixon. And Ron and his many, not Juan and his many indiscretions. Whew. So we see where Robyn and Ron were discussing a prenuptial agreement in the beginning that Robyn pretended she was going to have Juan sign last season about adding in an infidelity clause, which she should have. And Juan saying he didn't think it was necessary. Seems pretty necessary to me. Seems pretty goddamn necessary to me. So then we switch over to the backyard wedding that they had right after the show finished taping last season so that they could ensure that Bravo wouldn't be able to capture any of the footage. And as a FU to the audience, we've been invested into this storyline since Robyn came back on and stating that her and Juan were going to get remarried. But they drugged this crap out for a couple of seasons on the show and then just boom, decided to get married right after taping ended. Now that's some bull crap. That's some bull. Then it hops over to Gizzard Neck, Giselle Bryant, finally addressing Robyn's messy life because she will talk about everybody else's stuff but her own. And if she does talk about her own life, it's made up. Hello, Jamal Bryant in the We Are Back Together storyline. Child. Or should I say, let me put it out there. Do y'all think that maybe she's willing to address this Robyn situation this season because Robyn not only left production, the audience, and all the other castmates out of the wedding, but Gizzard also? Do you think Gizzard is a little feeling something about that? Because she kept trying to force her way in, saying, of course you're going to invite me. Of course you're going to invite me. And Rob kept stressing to her, no, it's just us and our immediate family. And she actually went through exactly what she said. It was just them and their immediate family. So do y'all think that maybe that's why she's ready to talk about Robyn this season instead of ganging up on everybody else and hiding from Robyn's problems like she has been doing these many seasons? Do y'all think that that's a possibility? Or is it just that she still doesn't want to talk about her own stuff and she's tired of hearing people say that it's always Robyn and Giselle, and that those two heifers need to be broke up and one needs to leave? And so now she decided, let me put Robyn out there just a little bit, but I'm not going to do her as bad as I do everybody else and bring her mess up in front of the whole crew. I'll bring it up in front of a few trustees. What do y'all think? What do you think about that? Any thoughts? No?
Yeah, this is my first time watching the show since like season 2. So okay. I'm just listening.
Cool. So y'all sound off in the comments as to why you believe Gizzard decided not to play the role of an ostrich this season and bury her head in the sand while Rob and Juan play these little games on TV. So she decided she ain't playing the games with them this season. Sound off in the comments why you think that's the case. Anyway, they start showing all of these about the T headlines, right? Where let me stop calling the girl Rob for now. Robyn admits Juan cheated because he was bored. Juan Dixon cheated again. Scandal. I mean, it's just all these things are flashing across the screen. And then they play an excerpt of Gizzard and Rob's podcast, Reasonably Shady, where Gizzard, talking about Giselle, talks about the woman from Canada. And Robyn says Juan was an idiot and communicated with this woman on IG. Robyn, he did more than communicate, okay? But we'll get into that later. Robyn goes on to watch What Happens live show to lie in Andy's face about the woman from Canada. and how she had lost her wallet in the casino and she couldn't pay for her hotel room. And baby, Ebony K. Williams' facial expressions during this whole segment is black girl gold because she was shooting units left and right. She was doing one of those faces like, okay, child. Robyn was the only one believing her own bull crap on that show that night. This dummy goes on to say that Juan felt sorry for the lady, so he put his card down and that's it. Anyway, Ebony's face was like mine. Yeah, right, witch. I'm just like, come on, Robyn. Come on. Come on. You got to come with something better than that for the people because we ain't buying it. And we know you really don't believe it. You're just making excuses for it. So all I got to say is the way Ebony K attacked that straw in her drink when Robyn told one of them sideways lies, it was like everything to me. And I was like, yep, that's exactly what I was doing. Because, most of the time when these people come on to the shows together, even though they're not on the same show, they try to back what the other person says, even when they really don't believe it. But this crap here was so far-fetched. Ebony was like, nah, I have no parts of that. Thank you, but no thank you. Anyway, Andy goes on to ask if they were ever physical. And Robyn tries answering that with a straight face, as straight as she could, saying that they were never physical. Karen says she wants to believe her husband, but woo child, he signed a whole A receipt. And Karen was right. The receipts are on the other video. If you haven't seen it, go watch that short video. It's out there. Child, all I got to say, Robyn, Juan plays in your face, and now you're trying to come play in our face. And it's not cute. You're starting out the season wrong. So after getting past that hurdle, Juan, with his I don't give a F.A. walks, is spotted in the laundromat, allegedly hugging up on his co-worker, Brianna. Where does it end? I'm thinking Juan probably doesn't even do laundry at home. How you out here in a laundromat with this chick doing football laundry? I mean, really? Really? It just doesn't make sense to me. Then this Negro is spotted in a nail salon with this same woman. Are you serious? Are you serious? Come on, Robyn Dixon. Child, now the girls are all speaking about it, and it's just too much. And Robyn they talking about how Robyn is on another planet. They seem more invested in this fake marriage than Robyn and Juan are, though. And so the show finally starts, and this is like 6 minutes and 10 seconds later of just this bull crap of Juan and his lies and Robyn and her denial and her delusions, right? So we go into Robyn's house. Beautiful home, Robyn. Beautiful. Laid. She got it decorated good. Honey, all I got to say is if you and Giselle are real friends, send whoever did your house over to Giselle's house because that Mitch Max crap she got over there, it ain't it. And you know better. Robyn, help your girl out. She tried to help you, so help her. So Robyn is pulling out all these frames and she's putting in all these pictures from the near miss wedding that they didn't allow us to see, except for like little excerpts from it. And Juan walks in grunting and barely speaks, but tries to muster some life into his response when he notices the pictures, right? So they do a little small talk. The energy between the two feels weird and forced. And then Robyn starts to bring up all the noise and the girls, all the noise in the girl with the hotel receipt. Juan quickly
let me pause you right there because I noticed something interesting about this. He brought up the fact that she got those pictures in black and white, and it kind of told me a little of what I needed to know because, like you said, first of all, the interaction just seemed very stale, very forced. Like he ain't really want to interact with her. That's just what it seemed like to me. But when he said they're in black and white and she said it fits the aesthetic, like she has a beautiful home. I see why she got them in black and white fitting the aesthetic, but it was also kind of symbolic of their relationship. The color is gone out of that relationship and so is the chemistry. I was just like, oh, this is a little telling because I just felt awkward.
it felt very awkward and very forced, and I was just like, "Ugh." I
And
didn't
this is
like
a
it.
very it's a very unbiased opinion coming from me because it's been like 6 years since I've watched this show.
Hmm. Exactly. Exactly. So that's very telling. So Robin goes on with how they chose to move forward and get married. She's talking about because he basically cut her off when she started talking about the girl with the receipts, right? And so, mind you, if you look at Juan's body language, though, he's constantly stroking under his chin and under his neck the whole time, which is like a soothing mechanism that some people will do when they are uncomfortable with a line of questioning or a topic of discussion. And so, he had a lot of other telltale signs of how he covers his lap and his man parts. So much stuff that I was picking up on watching Juan in this scene, and I'm just like, this Negro is lying his behind off. And you could also see Robin, and you could tell that she knows he's lying. So she's going on and on and on, talking about how everybody's talking about how they have an arrangement and blah 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 blah. I believe it. I really do believe it. I believe that Robin has just decided that they were living together anyway. They got divorced and never moved out from each other. They stayed in the same house. They continued to sleep together whenever it pleased him. And since they were going to do that and she needed to keep her spot on the show, she might as well just go ahead and come up with this storyline about getting married and do that. But instead of just being straightforward with her storyline and telling the truth, they keep putting up this little facade about it's being real. It's not real. We can't even. And Robin, your face doesn't even say anything about it being real. It's like you have a smirk whenever he starts trying to say about how good of a person he is and blah, 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 blah. But we'll get to that.
I felt like the scene was rehearsed, like they had practiced it, but neither one of them can act, so it just came off like, ugh, like
Cringe.
what is this? Uh-huh.
Very cringe. Anyway, I noticed how Juan got real chatty when he starts trying to defend his actions, saying that, yeah, that was him, that was me, that was me. But he's just being a nice guy.
Boy, bye.
And so, as I was speaking earlier, does it appear that whenever he starts saying that, and I don't know if you paid attention to that scene or not, but does it appear that Robin has like a smirk on her face where she kind of looking at him side eye with this little smirk on her face or whatever?
So the way that I looked at it was clear that he was lying. All of his body language showed that it was lying. But the way that I looked at her smirk, I felt like she was smirking whenever he would on cue say what they practice. But then she kind of looked at him side eye when he wasn't saying what they practiced. I was like, what is this? This just seems forced and rehearsed.
It seemed very forced and rehearsed. And I'm like, I know somebody else has to see this little smirk going on. I was just like, yeah. Anyway, he goes on to talk about how he's giving random homeless people $20 to $50 because, he just wanted to do a good deed. He says that this young lady said that she was visiting a dude that played for the Ravens. Again, Robin with the smirk and me with the side eye. I'm like, anyway, Juan continues with she lost her wallet at the casino. She reached out to him. He got her the hotel room, and he goes on to say that he knows it sounds weird, but it's the truth. No, it sounds like a lie.
You know what? When I taught high school English to ninth and 10th graders, they came up with much better short stories than this foolishness.
Ooh, dumb jock. Anyway, Robin says since he was at the hotel with the woman, why he didn't just, smash. Basically, that's what she was asking. And one
Uh-huh.
kind of gave her that look. He had like a little flirty look on his face and smile, and then said, asked her, did she see him? Did she see her? And I'm just sitting here like, what kind of bull crap is this? And so I'm really, he goes on to say, but nah, we ain't do nothing. But I'm just sitting here like thinking, nigga, too soon. Too soon to be making these jokes. I honestly see this as he really absolutely has no respect for Robyn.
Not
None.
at all.
And she doesn't demand any respect at all either. She
I
lets
couldn't
him
believe I
go
couldn't
ahead.
believe she even asked that question though. I was just like, girl, what?
Right. Right. And oh
And
boy,
what I
wow.
also thought about it is, so you're insinuating you didn't do anything because she was ugly, but if she wasn't ugly, you would have did something. So that's what we rolling with, wine? Like, really? Even though we know you did something.
We know you did something, okay? I'm like, child, please. Like, we know he hit it. We know he did. He did not just get a random DM from some random chick that was there to see some random dude that plays for the Ravens. Is that what he said? And then played Captain Save a Hoe for her. Nah,
And then plus, dudes hit ugly girls all the time.
all the time. All the time.
I
All the
mean ugly.
time. Child, my ex-husband cheated on me with some ugly ghetto chick. I'm like, baby, what? If you're gonna cheat on me, upgrade at least. Don't, please don't. Don't do that. But he did. So anyway, he would barely let Bravo record him last 2 seasons. So this is what I find like odd all of a sudden, right? You know, but since he doesn't have a job now and he knows that
Oh,
Rob has to pay for him and keep him and his kids, and she got to keep that job, he decided, yeah, let me go ahead and play along. Because last season, every time the cameras came around, he was going off on Robyn. He didn't have time for this. He stormed out of scenes, but he said,
wait. What you mean going off? What you mean going off?
oh, he went off. He was, like, Robyn, I ain't got time to play these games with you. And, just storm out. And he didn't quite curse her out, but he was very abrasive with her. He was very
Oh.
abrasive because she was trying to bring up the prenup to him. And she tried to bring up, his infidelity and stuff. And anything he didn't want to address or talk about when he was the coach at Coppin. Isn't that the name of the school or something like that?
Oh yeah, when he didn't report that the male basketball player was basically getting sexually assaulted or raped or something by one of the male coaches,
Mhm.
and he didn't report it. I saw that on the Shade Room.
Yep. He was not featuring Robyn. He had no time for her. He was, like I said, storm out of the scenes and act a real donkey on the show and leave her just sitting looking stuck and stupid many a times. But now all of a sudden, he's willing to sit on the couch and have a conversation and plead his innocence. And I'm just like, this is so rehearsed. So rehearsed. So I'm just like, try nobody got time for this. Ain't nobody got time for this. So Robyn being naive, and I just feel like if this dude was so nice, as he says he is to random homeless people and apparently internet groupies, why doesn't he care enough about Robyn to at least say, hey, babe, this, that, and the third, I'm going to do this because I got this DM. First of all, why is she DMing you? That's what I want to know. Why is she DMing you? But if that were the case, and let's just say that Juan Dixon was this nice guy, knowing that he's under a microscope already, why didn't he take Robyn's feelings into consideration and come talk to her about it? You know what I'm saying? This dude that helps random homeless people, who helps internet groupies, apparently. Why he don't care enough about his fiance, the mother of his kids, his ex-wife, knowing that she's on this public forum? Why he don't care enough to go to her and say, hey, this is what's happening. I don't want no bull crap. Come with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling led to go and just put this, pay for this room or whatever. Come with me so that nobody will have anything to say. Because Robyn being
Well,
so naive, she probably would have been like, okay. Since they,
well,
Okay.
I want, they provided the receipt, and we know that his name is on the receipt. So I had to go do some research and look at the receipt, and I found out the hotel they was at. So I was like, well, I wonder how much this girl that he so called didn't smash was worth, because we know that he did. So you know what? I want to look at the hotel room. Can we talk about the hotel room?
Let's talk about it.
Hold on one second.
Y'all, I'm sipping tea if you can't tell or not.
Okay, so let's go through the pictures of the hotel room. Can you see? Can you
I
see?
see. I see.
So this is what the bed looks like, and it's a hotel. Evidently, it's near the airport, so they got like the airport plane scenery on the wall and all. I don't really like that, but I mean, I get that's just the aesthetic. But this is the bed, and they got the little lights underneath the bed, so when the light is off in the room, you can kind of still see where you're going. Let me go to the next picture of the bed. Here's another view of the bed, and then you got your little closet right there. And if we go to the next one, here is another view of the bed that is facing the TV. Kind of looks like a standard room. I would have thought if you was going to fly me out, you could at least do a little bit better than this. But let's move on, shall we? Here's some more angles. I mean, girl, look at the bathroom. This is not a 4 or 5-star hotel. If you're going to fly me out from Canada, I'm going to need you to do a little bit more than this, Mr. Juan. Come on now, Mr. Juan. Now, this angle was cute. I did like the cutout and that it's a TV on both sides. Okay, so, I have entertainment from the bed and from the little living room area. But I was like, evidently, she wasn't worth that much, girl, because this is all she got.
She's just an internet groupie. Just an internet.
I was just like, that's all. That's all.
Did you hear when she came on and she told her story and she said that after Juan was finished with her, he wanted to invite his friends for her to do them? You heard about that?
Girl, what?
Yes. What she had said was that after her and Juan, you know what I'm saying, had been together, Juan wanted to invite his friends to have at her.
A train?
I ain't necessarily saying a train because she ain't put it that way, but he wanted to give her to the next passer on as a pass around.
In that room?
I guess he paid for it.
Okay, y'all, I'm just being facetious here. Let me just say, I don't think y'all need to be getting flued out, and I don't think the room of choice really matters that much and how much they spend. I'm just going to say, how about we not be a hoe?
But all of this is allegedly, okay? So we don't really know the truth. We just know that's what she said. But anyway, if you're going to be a hoe, be a good hoe. Be an expensive hoe. Don't be a cheap hoe, okay? I'm just saying. So all I know is he keeps talking about how he's such a good dude. He's such a good dude. He's such a good dude, right? All I want to say is that Romans 14:16 says, don't let your good be spoken of as evil.
Ooh, let the church say amen.
Amen. Amen. So, Juan, I'm gonna need you to do better because your so-called good, baby, it's not showing up good at all. Okay, not at all. Anyway, Rob, his roommate, tells him that
the way that sound. Are we calling her Rob just because it's short for Robin? Or are we saying Rob the roommate as though that he's the beard for her? What are we using that as? I'm a little confused.
A beard.
Oh,
a beard. She's a beard. that's just what I'm seeing. I'm just seeing a beard, baby, because there is nothing there. Nothing. Okay, nothing. And Robyn has some very manly tendencies, okay? And yeah, I think that they both kind of have an agreement. And let me shut up. I ain't going to go in hard
allegedly
on her today. Allegedly, and in my opinion. Okay. Anyway, Rob told him that he shouldn't have been so friendly with her. And this duck talking about, yeah, I'm too friendly. I'm too nice. That foolishness had Rob stuck for a minute because she just was paused in her thoughts like, really? But Juan, sensing the silence, he looks over at her and starts smiling and reiterates that bullcrap about him being just too nice, as if to say, come on, Rob, stick to the script. Stick to the script. So
it was obviously a script.
It's very scripted. Very, very scripted. Robyn goes on to say that when she was hanging with the women a year ago, that for them to judge her for her not sharing that information, and that people, people not believing in their relationship, that their relationship is real, and that thinking that they have an arrangement and don't believe their story, it hurts her. And Juan cuts her off and says, of course they don't believe the story, but it's true. Whoever wrote this script for them, fire them or fire yourselves, because
they wrote it for themselves.
So bad. This was so bad. It's like they really sat down and rehearsed word for word and tried to stick to what they were going to say, not really knowing how to ad lib and go off of the script, but still make it sound real.
Because she kept saying stuff like, right, right, right. Girl, no, wrong.
Wrong. All wrong. All wrong. Robyn talks about the reason she chose to believe it is because Juan wouldn't make something that stupid, make up anything that stupid.
Girl, that drove me crazy. So it's okay if he makes something up, as long as what he makes up sounds believable and not stupid. What?
Girl, hands up. I wish y'all could see my hands. Hands up, because I don't know. I don't get it.
She literally said he wouldn't make up something that stupid.
Mm-hmm.
That's very different from saying he wouldn't make anything up. Those are two different things.
Those are two different things. I'm just like,
so that's how I know the two of them wrote this script and they ain't too smart.
They're not, because when you look at Juan's face, he's scratching across his eyebrows. He got his head flipped back, and he's just like so befuddled at this point because he's been on the screen longer than his agreed upon 5 minutes. And so you pushing him, Robyn, you pushing him. This was supposed to be fast, quick, and in a hurry because he had something else down the street waiting on him, or somebody in the driveway waiting on him that he was supposed to ride out with, and you knew about it, but you still going on with this script that's taking way longer than it should have taken. So at this point, he don't even try to continue on with the script. He's just like, I don't know. It's all good. It's all good. People are going to think what they want. You know what I'm saying? So Rob still pushes the issue, knowing she's past her 5 minutes now, and she brings up Juan and Coach Bree at the laundromat and the nail salon. And this Negro has the nerve to say that she's a beautiful, attractive woman to this woman that's supposed to be his wife, who knows that you've been, hanging out with this girl and that everybody been seeing y'all. She stops mid-sentence. Instead of checking his A, she compares herself to looking like the woman. People say we look alike.
And I looked up the girl's picture. They don't.
They do not. They don't.
They both got light skin. That's about it.
That's it. That is it. But she goes to compare herself. How in the world? How low must your self-esteem be to start comparing yourself against your nigga's other woman? I would not.
She didn't know what to say. That caught her by surprise because apparently that was not in the script.
That was not in the script. And I'm telling you, she was already past her 5 minutes. So now the Negro getting indignant, okay? Now he's getting indignant and he's starting to stick that knife and turn it because look, Bree out in the car and she waiting on me, allegedly. Hurry the hell up.
Where you think that? Yeah, they was probably going to get their nails done, and they might have got a pedicure this time too.
Child, probably a couples massage.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, Juan totally ignores, giving her the validation that she's seeking from him about her being beautiful and attractive, and he reiterates that she's a beautiful woman. And when you see an attractive dude and an attractive woman, and Robyn cuts him off with her nonsense of validating that BS. And I just, at this point, I just can't. I can't. This dude doesn't want to seriously address anything. He tries to bring, she tries to bring up to him about him being devastated about losing his job. He, of course, denies that, like he wasn't devastated. Hell, I would have been. I would have been devastated. And then she tries to bring up the reason. No, and he tries to bring up the reason that he was terminated, and he claims that it's because they weren't winning enough games. No, Negro, it was reported that you were let go or terminated because of the legal issues of you not reporting the sexual abuse on your team. But he quickly cut that off from, no further discussions on that, because I don't think that was a part of the scripted conversation. Rob be pushing it, trying to get that camera time, and Coach Bree waiting out in that car. So, it is what it is. Do you have anything else about these clowns that you want to talk about?
Nah, Juan and Robyn, I was just like, it's gonna be a whole season of them lying. Like,
As usual. That's what it is. You have not missed much since you've been gone. It's been just a bunch of lying, fake storylines, Gizzard and Rob ganging up on people, trying to deflect from their own lives and stories. And as long as they're piling up on everybody else, nobody can talk about them. That's what that's basically been it in a nutshell.
So they up here manipulating the storylines.
Giselle is always producing. You hear me? She's always producing. And Robyn, her little puppy that runs behind her, is always whatever Giselle. Yeah, Giselle. Yeah, Giselle. Whatever Giselle. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. She is going to big up anything Giselle says for the most part. And I think last year was the first time that she kind of went a little against what Giselle was saying and doing when Giselle tried to accuse Chris, which is Candace's husband, of trying to come on to her in her hotel room at the reunion. Giselle was like, no, I mean, not Giselle. Rob was like, hey, I don't think it was really like that, but blah, 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 blah. And so that's another reason that I'm wondering if that's why Giselle may be making Robyn a storyline this year, because she went against script and kind of went against her,
Interesting.
So we get on to Karen and Candace and Wendy. They all meet up for drinks and they discuss where they are since leaving the reunion. Karen says that she's okay with everyone except for Robyn, because Robyn needs to take ownership of her mess. She hid her truth and targeted them to avoid talking about her own mess with Juan Dixon. They ask Wendy in her confessional if she has been an open book and truthful about her life, and she stated that she had. They showed Karen lying, talking about she was an open book, and they asked Wendy if she thought Karen had been truthful, to which she says, next question. Because Karen be lying too. Karen be lying her behind off also, because she's the grand dame, honey. She's the grand dame, and she has to keep up appearances. But anyway, so the ladies are at the table saying that Robyn doesn't care if Juan cheats because they have an arrangement, which I agree with, allegedly, and in my opinion. And Candace wants to know if they're even really married. Has anyone seen the marriage certificate?
That I don't know, but I was confused during this scene because Karen was going around the table saying that Robyn came for her, the other girl, and the other girl. And so I'm like, I know they said Robyn, possibly Giselle, really wasn't paying attention, but I was just like, what did Robyn and or Giselle do to these women?
Everything. They always try to dig up and or make up stuff about them. Again, that's what I was saying. Giselle is going to try to make a storyline or bring up some crap. She tried to make a storyline last year saying that what's his name? Chris, Candace's husband, tried coming on to her at the reunion, which nobody believed. Nobody. believe that. But yet and still, you're putting this mess out there on TV for millions of people to see. And when you do that, first of all, why would you do that? Why would you do that knowing it's not true? First of all, but when you do stuff like that, you can cause problems in people's marriages just because of outside chatter that's coming in. You know what I'm saying? From the people on the outside, you get people from the outside, just like when somebody says something about they'll talk about a killer or something on the loose, let's put it like that, and then they start getting all these calls in talking about they've seen this person here, they knowing they haven't seen these people. You get that type
Mm-hmm.
of chatter from the audience, and so Giselle is good for that. A couple of seasons ago, she made up this lie about Monique Samuels, not Monique, what is it? Yeah, that's her name, Monique Samuels, who was on the show with her husband and kids, and said that Monique had been cheating on her husband and that the child that they have together wasn't his son. When this boy looked exactly like Chris had him and not Monique, okay? But they kind of showed at the beginning of the show, and other people who I think it was Candace and somebody else came and said that Giselle had this meeting with them before the show even started to come up with this lie and storyline to bring to TV to try to get Monique off of the show because she was intimidated by Monique and she didn't like her. Robyn, knowing it was a lie, went right along with her with all that bull crap, as well as Ashley, because Ashley is a, I don't like her. Ashley is a messy rat. Okay. So yeah, they do stuff like that. They make up stuff, tell lies. Last season, I think it was they were coming after Karen. So not only did Giselle come after Chris, but Sharice was coming talking about Karen had been cheating on Ray with her, one of her people that worked for her. I don't know if it was, I think it was her driver, and they call him Blue Eyes, a white dude, supposedly Blue Eyes, and talking about how Karen was getting it down in Vegas in the bathroom with the man. So they were all going around talking about that, trying to throw her under the bus and just saying all kind of very ugly, nasty stuff and passing around a picture on their phone of Karen at some event, but her back was turned and she was with other people. She wasn't just with this man. So it was like a lot of messy, when I say messy, messy stuff that they get involved in. They are trash.
So, what about this Wendy lady? What they
Wendy
do to her?
Osefo, well, really nothing last year. It wasn't them that came for Wendy. They were kind of like they're trying to like blacklist Wendy and get her out because they don't like her. But it was Mia, old beat up, bent up face, who was coming after hers, talking about how Peter Thomas was mad at her and saying that, you know, she was messing him around as far as, because she was talking about opening her own restaurant and possibly want to go in business with Peter. And then Mia was being messy with that and trying to she actually threw a drink in this woman's face because she was talking trash. Wendy was getting her because Wendy is more educated, and so, you know, she's able to come with the snaps without having to get up and raise her hands. So she threw a drink in this woman's face. Rob and Gizzard were both, you know what I'm saying, trying to back Mia as if Mia hadn't done anything wrong. Then on top of that, Wendy got up and started going off, and she tries to hit her with her purse, with her clutch. And so now when just was it a season or so prior when Monique and Candace got into a fight at the thing? Oh, they were all against violence and they wanted Monique off the show and nobody wanted to record with her. But when Bent Face, what's that girl name? Lips, Duck Lips. Oh, I can't think of her name right now. You just asked me about her. No, you didn't.
Wendy?
Not Wendy. She's married to Gordon. Mia. When Mia did this almost something similar, but let's just say Monique did beat she beat Candace's butt, which, you know, it is what it is. But when Wendy was assaulted, They were cool with it and said that Wendy was overreacting. So they
Oh.
pick and choose who they want to support and who they want to get off the show because they were trying to bring Sharice back. Sharice is dying to have a spot back on the show, and so they felt like if we can get rid of Wendy, we can get Sharice back. Well, it didn't happen. So when I say heifers are messy, the heifers are messy. Okay,
Well, all
they're
right
very
then.
messy. Hmm. So we're still at the table. And the ladies are all at the table saying that Robyn doesn't care if Juan cheats because they have an arrangement, which we talked about. And Candace wants to know if they're even married. And I was asking if anybody has seen a marriage certificate for Juan and Robyn. And I'm asking because I don't care enough to go snooping to find that information. But if anybody has access to that information, I would like to have it. And I've come to the conclusion that none of these women are really showing their full truth, but the dirt they try to hide eventually slips from under the rug. It was swept under. So I'm just like, if you got stuff that you're hiding, go ahead and put it out there. If you plan to be on reality TV, because eventually it's going to come out. Somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows you is going to tell your business when they see you on TV. And that's the one thing about Mia. Mia come and she gonna put her stuff out there on Front Street so that you don't have nothing to bring back towards her. Mia came onto the scene letting us know that she used to be an escort, that she used to be a stripper, a dancer, whatever, but it was at a high-end club where they served lobster and steak. She also, basically just told us pretty much about her childhood, that she wasn't really raised by her mom, and it's just like a whole bunch of stuff. Mia puts it out there before they get a chance to drag her with it. So they really can't come for Mia that much because she like, I'm gonna tell my truth before you get a chance to. So if that's how y'all want to play this game, play it like Mia, because she came in and she pretty much beating y'all at y'all own game, and y'all rusty behinds been on here for the longest. So in the next scene, we're at Ashley's house. Well, excuse me, Michael's house, because it's really his name on the mortgage and stuff that he's letting Ashley and their boys live in. And she goes on to say how difficult it is having the boys without Michael, and how she has to be aware of her time, with the boys, because she really doesn't have anyone that can, she could say, hey, take the boys for a minute. And then the producer's old shady butt switch over and shows Daisy, her nanny. And I'm like, girl, shut up. They showed her lie real quick. And I just thought that was too funny. So Ashley calls Gizzard, and Gizzard invites Ashley over for an intervention for Robyn. Ashley rehearses how her and Rob don't have the best. What's it? Rehearses. Ashley talks about her and Rob don't have the best track record when it comes to her discussing Rob and Juan's personal situation, but she agrees to go into the broke house for an intervention. After the commercial break, we see Gizzard's new storyline, which is her boy toy Jason. Go ahead.
I didn't believe it.
She met him on I think it was some show, somewhat like, I don't know, like a thing like Evelyn or was it? No. She met him through Ashley's little boy toy. Ashley met a guy who's on TV, and they were dating and doing stuff for a while. And I think she met him through Giselle. So child, yeah, I don't believe it either. I'm not convinced, but that's who she was willing to drag onto the show. But there you have it, because she's trying to keep people again out of her business and give y'all a forced storyline. So Jason's in the kitchen digging around in the cabinets for a pot that he can cook in, and Gizzard comes around the corner in her Teletubby jumpsuit, offering to bend over to give him something to look at. And I'm just like, Gizzard, you're gonna have to flip completely upside down for him to be able to see anything, because there is nothing back.
No ass at all. No ass at all.
None at all. I'm just like, girl, go sit down. But I will say that it was very cute. I love to see how the girls were reacting to Jason because they're not very friendly with many people. And I also love the scenes when Gizzard is with her daughters. That's the only time you really get to see a heart on Giselle. Outside of that, she is just.
Why do you call this lady Gizzard?
Have you seen her neck? Gizzard neck. Anyway, Gizzard all along. What? So anyway, at Mia and Gordon's apartment, Mia discusses how it's been an adjustment moving out of what she calls the big house, which was an almost 11,000 square foot home, to a 1,500 square foot home that she considers to be the size of her closet. And they had to size down because both her and Gordon were put out of Gordon's family business. She states that they still don't know why Gordon was let go, but the rumors have been swirling that it looks like embezzlement, allegedly.
Ooh.
I don't know. Gordon states that it wasn't embezzlement and that, he's not walking away from the $500,000 that the company owes him. And if it wasn't embezzlement, I wouldn't either. Give me my money. Okay. So Gordon claims that he hasn't done anything, but we have seen several people come onto these reality shows and show off all their money and success only to be indicted later. What's up, Jen Shaw? Joe and Teresa Giudice? Julie and Todd Chrisley? It's so stupid to me because if you know you out here scamming or doing stuff, embezzling, doing stuff you know you ain't got no business doing, why come on to a reality show? And why be all boisterous about how much money you got and how big your house is and blah, 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 which they all do and then all get caught eventually. But I ain't saying that's what Gordon has done. But we have seen this time and time again. And every last one of them claimed to be innocent and would not have and did not do that. But the courts found otherwise. So, Gordon, I'm watching. For your sake, I sure hope not. But child, Gordon was trying to give himself a pat on the back or give them a pat on the back, saying that they did pivot, pretty well, in which Mia Duck Lips quickly put him out there talking about, man, you was sitting around on the couch depressed for months. Oh, Gordon reminds her that, yeah, and that she cursed him out a few times, and thought that he had done something wrong. Mia denies but confirms that she didn't know. So yeah, she thought Gordon had done something. She thinks Gordon has done something. But anyway, Gordon quickly calls her to the floor on how she was concerned when she heard rumors of an audit. He said that even after he had the lawyers, accountants, and CPA from their own office go over everything and it came back clean, she still kept asking him, what did he do? And are you sure you didn't do anything? Mm-hmm. Mia said that she had to protect her assets and her kids, okay? To which he stated he understands, but Mia, he really doesn't. You could see that man is hurt. He's hurt and he does not understand what you said. So all I gotta say is Gordon seems passive aggressive, so look out. But you can look at Gordon and tell that he's been very humbled by this whole experience compared to how he came onto the show. Because when both him and Mia, when they first came on, all I got to say is go back and watch about 2 seasons ago and see how they came on. It wasn't cute. It wasn't cute. Very showy, very loud, very boisterous. But Gordon has simmered all the way down. Okay. Mia Goofy Tail switches the subject to her lying like she always do. She goes to lying mode, asking Gordon how he feels about her not drinking alcohol. And Gordon tells her that he didn't know she wasn't drinking. And she brings up when he asked her if she wanted a cocktail when they were at the beach. And she told him that she wasn't drinking, but she'd have a wine. And he's like, it's got the same amount of alcohol as a cocktail. Wine has the same amount of alcohol as a cocktail and a beer. And, her goofy tail, she's just laughing. But Mia decides that She wanted to cut out hard liquor because she likes who she is when she isn't drinking, and that her mouth is just a little bit more filtered when she isn't drinking cocktails. Well, hopefully she won't be throwing drinks this season and trying to hit people with a purse and calling Karen a hoe. So we'll see if her not drinking cocktails but only wine works. So she goes on to say that she needs to check in on Karen uh, and possibly apologize for calling her a hoe or accusing her of being a hoe. Can't I want to hear that conversation because Karen is crazy. Candace and Chris go on a little picnic, but there isn't much meat to pick off of those bones. So let's make our way over to the broke house, over to Gizzard's house. We get to Gizzard's house. She's setting up some drinks and snacks for the bat crew that she has invited over. And let's just say she has invited them over so that she can keep her non-existent storyline non-existent, and she can put Juan and Robyn on Front Street to kind of keep the eyes off of her. And Sharice comes tipping down the side of the Rocky Mountain embankment, headed to Giz's little side spot porch, which is attached to the broke house. And Ashley tips through next. And production is very shady because they zoom in and let us see that there's about 2 or 3 different types of sidewalks that they're sliding down on the side of that mountain, going leading to the broke house, right? So Giza goes on to say in her confessional that she invited Sharice and Ashley because the two of them had similar situations in their marriage. Giza, you had the same experience with Jamal also. So remember when you came onto the television show telling us that Jamal, your ex Jamal Bryant, was a cheater, pumpkin eater. So I don't know why you just put Sharice and Ashley out there. You should have said all 3 of us are here because we've all had the same experience, somewhat to what Rob is experiencing. I don't know why she just put them 2 out there. I don't know why she tried to make herself seem so much child. Anyway, so as Rob is tipping down the embankment about to bust her tail, the girls are trying to figure out if Rob is in denial or just delusional when it comes to her and Juan's relationship. Now, see, any other time, I'd be the first to say stay out of people's relationship. If Rob, likes it, then they should love it. But since the inception of the show, Robert and Gizzard have involved themselves in everybody's business and in everybody's relationships. So it's finally her season to be rode hard and hung up wet. And yeah. And what better just desserts than to be getting it from the person that you have been backing and supporting all this time, whether she was right or wrong or indifferent. So baby, I'm here for it. I am here for it. Okay. Hello, Robert. Welcome to your party. So Gizzard lets Robert know that they love her and that this is an open forum for them to talk and to show her love and support when it comes to Juan. Ashley starts out by saying that she called Robyn to check on her when the hotel information came out and to show support. But as the news kept coming forward, she started wondering if Robyn had lied to her and also if Robyn had possibly lied to herself about what happened. She goes on to say that when the nail salon picture surfaced, she got upset for Robyn because she's been in that position and it isn't a comfortable place to be. Robyn tells the girls that she wants to explain something, aka give an excuse for Juan's BS, right? She goes on to say that Brianna has worked on Juan's staff for 3 years and that relationship isn't new to her, aka I've been knew that they had been smashing, okay? Allegedly. So she states that the laundromat story is a straight lie because they weren't all hugged up on each other. She goes on to say, although he wasn't smart in communicating with the female from Canada, he's not dumb enough to be in public being affectionate and physical with another woman. However, Karen brought up last season about the rumors about Juan being all over in Georgetown holding hands and hugged up with another woman that looked like her. So, Rob, Ashley goes on to explain that the two stories Rob is referencing are two different things, and that one should be more cognizant of the situation and optics, if only for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Rob says that she told him that the block was hot when he said that him and Coach Bree were going to the nail salon. They didn't invite you, Robin. Why they didn't invite you to the nail salon? He told you, but he didn't invite you. Nah, dog. Mm-mm. Then she says that, what am I supposed to do? Tell him that he should just sit home? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. When this nigga been called, yeah, you should. Sit your A down. You ain't going nowhere. Nah, dog. Not without me. Okay? If it's so innocent, why we ain't all going to get our nails? Why are you going to get your nails done with another woman and you ain't going to get your nails done with your own woman? That is, girl. Robin frustrates me. But anyway, Ashley quickly answers and says, tell her yes, because he made the mistake with old girl from Canada at the hotel. Dang. What don't you get about this? Gizzard adds her 2 cents and says that Juan isn't thinking, how is this going to affect Robin? And frankly, I don't believe that he gives a how it's going to affect Robin. So this sick twist Robin gets condescending and starts whining, talking about, what do y'all want me to do? Get mad, scream, throw a shoe at him? Oh my God, I can't believe you went to the nail salon. Oh my God, how could you do that? Is that what y'all want for me to do? No, you should have told him, sit your A down, you ain't going nowhere. And if you do, get the F up out of here. Point blank in the period, because what you're not going to do is keep making me look stupid. Even if we have an arrangement, nigga, sit down. You ain't got to be on every scene, because now you're making me look stupid. I mean, do I need to just come out and say this is our arrangement? Because you obviously don't care. But it's got me on here having to fight for my life with these heifers. Because I be all up in their business and coming for them. Now, I got to fight. It's my season, and I don't appreciate it. But anyway, Sharice follows up and says, we're just talking about your happiness, your peace, your joy. And she wants to know, are you good? She's asking Rob, are you good? And Robin tells them that her joy has been stolen because of all the stuff that, has been piled on them. It's nonstop. And every other day there's a headline because of Juan, which is what Gizzard tells her, that Juan is at the center of all of it. Well, defensive Rob asks Gizzard, what does she want her to do? Gizzard tells her that she just wants her to be happy, that she just wants her to live her best life. But Rob says that the world wants to tear her and Juan apart. And yes, her joy has been taken, but it's not Juan's fault.
I honestly don't think the world cares. Who are you, Robin?
No. The only reason people are talking is because of how you act on this show. That's it. And you got it out here on Front Street. So all of the ladies kind of, shrink back when she says that, like, wait, what? But Rob is absolutely correct. That isn't Juan's fault. It's all her fault. When he cheated on her the first time and they were married, and she decided that, that they would get a divorce, but they would still stay and play house and let him F on her whenever he wants to. That was her decision. When she decided to come onto the show and then pretend like they wanted to get remarried just to keep a role on the show, again, that was her decision. If they have an arrangement and she's pretending to have something traditional and lying about it instead of just saying unapologetically, this is what it is. You don't have to like it because we love it. Again, that's her decision, right? And if they are really supposed to be in a monogamous marriage to each other and she's allowing this behavior with his track record and is too much of a punk to stand up for what she wants and needs in her marriage, again, that's her fault. It's her decision. So no, Juan is not to blame. At this point, Robin is choosing the life she lives. And again, I say, if she likes it, y'all heifers should love it for her. Okay. I'm tired of fighting for Robin. If I would be tired if I was y'all. I'm like, I said what I said. If you like it, baby, I love it. You'll hear nothing else from me. I can see Juan and won't say a word moving forward. I would not say a word because This is what she wants. But Gizzard keeps trying to get through to her, saying that the world is coming, the world is coming at her because of Juan. And right now, she's not in a place to hear them, though. That's what they don't understand. Her answer, is to just play victim and yell, pile it on. She doesn't give a F. They've already stolen my joy. Just pile it on, because she's a victim. So Gizzard asks her if she feels like, do you think we have your back? And she tries to assure her that because we're here for you. You know what I'm saying? We have your back. And this big dummy says again that all of this has been a pile on. And she keeps saying the same thing. And that this is cruel. It's just cruel. But she sure hasn't had a problem being one of the ones to pile crap on the other ones now, has she? No, she hasn't. But Charisse tells her to take the world out of this equation because Juan should not be out in public with another woman, period. Okay. Charisse shares that her heart hurts for Robyn because her situation opens up a wound in her heart because her situation looks so familiar to the one she lived with her ex, Eddie. She states that she gave her ex 1,000 passes and excuses. And at the end of the day, she knew the truth. And he decided one day to just walk the hell out the door. After everything she had did, he just walked out. So Rob, only hearing what she wants to hear, she asked Charisse, so are you saying that I'm in denial or making excuses for Juan? Yeah, bitch, that's what she said.
Yes.
Yes, that's what she's saying. Charisse tells her when it comes to the situation with the girl from Canada, yeah, she feels like she's making excuses and she gets the vibe that she is in denial about it. So Ashley can now admit that she made a lot of excuses for Michael and she finally hit a boiling point. Well, now y'all have to understand that Rob is going to have to reach her own boiling point and everybody gets there at a different time. So I would not be sitting out here in this heat, in these mosquitoes, swatting flies, trying to convince her of what she don't want to believe in right now. But anyway, she goes on to make more excuses for Juan and the girl from Canada. And Gizzard points out that he's still communicating with her, though. And she says that they dealt with it and have moved on. Okay. Okay. And she said that she got angry. She told him to get the F out. And Gizzard asked, well, did he leave? Did he leave when you told him to get out? And she starts laughing, talking about no.
He don't respect her.
At all. At all. Gizzard asked if she would ever put him out. If there was another hotel receipt or another incident. And Rob hesitantly says, yeah. And we all know that's a lie. You could look at it on her face and tell that she's lying and the truth ain't in her. So Gizzard tells her that she doesn't think that she will leave and that she just wants her to put herself first and to make sure that Juan is respecting her. And she said that she believes Juan makes up crazy stories so that Robyn will say, this is so crazy. It has to be that it has to be true. And that whatever Juan tells her, she believes it. Yeah. I don't think she believe it. I just feel like she's just at the point where she's just like, it is what it is. The other women all say the same thing. And until Rob is ready to face the truth one way or the other, this will be her life. And if she likes it, god dang it, y'all helpers need to learn to love it because she hears no one but Juan right now. And pretty much that was the end of the episode. And that's all I got. You have any last comments about this show?
Why, yes, I do.
Let's hear them.
Hey, Lit Tea Talkers. You don't like that name? We can always work on it, but y'all do be talking some lit stuff in those comments. So, real quick, we want to get your thoughts and we want to have you on our show. Send us a 30-second emoji, sorry Android users, maybe next time, of what your thoughts were about what happened on the show this week. And you never know when your head will pop up in our video. You don't want to miss it, so you have to be subscribed. Make sure that your notifications are turned on, and we will see you possibly in the next video.
To send us your 30-second emoji, you're going to start a new iMessage. Sorry, Android users, it's only for iPhone. If you want to participate, find an iPhone. In the to section, you're going to put, girl, can we talk?
at iCloud.com. Then go to the bottom left-hand corner where you see that plus button, and you're going to scroll down until you find Memoji. Once you're there, click record, watch the 30-second countdown. Make sure you're paying attention. When you're done, click stop, and then you'll get the send button.
Bye.
So there you have it, guys. Make sure, because we are doing our recordings for Housewives of Potomac every Monday.
Yes.
That's Housewives of Potomac and Married to Medicine every Monday. And the Basketball Wives, LA and Orlando, we are doing those on every Wednesday. So make sure that you send those submissions before we get ready to do our what is it called? Our recordings. Daggum, I can't think right now. So, like I said, on Sunday, they record. If you have some thoughts Sunday, Monday during the day, send them to us real quick, in iMessage. If you have thoughts on Basketball Wives, because they record on Monday, send them to us Monday night or early Tuesday so that we can make sure that we get those edited in. And like I said, you never know when your head will pop up in our next video. And we want to include you because we are growing this community and we are excited about it. And you guys have been sounding off in the comments. We want to see your head sound off in the video because y'all have some good comments. Some of y'all ratchet. And I ain't gonna get in. I'm not gonna get in these comments and throw tomatoes with y'all. It won't happen. But I still appreciate the comment. Okay. So thank you so much to all of the new subscribers. Y'all blew it up this weekend. Oh my
Run it up,
God.
run it up, run it
Y'all,
up.
there you go. Y'all ran it up and y'all ran them comments up. And I am drowning in comments, but I'm trying to get to every last one of them. And as I get chance, I will. But thank you. And we will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, share the video, because we do want to keep growing. And eventually we would love to be able to do some lives and have you guys come on. Okay. See you all later. Bye.
Bye.